My name is Raza Ali Abbas. I'm the CEO of Integrity CPC. I'm going to be talking about disruption. So I know in the entrepreneurial space, there's been a lot of talk about change, about mindset, about how to improve your mindset and grow your business. What I'm going to talk about today is disruption mindset, cultivating boldness in entrepreneurial leadership. So very briefly about who I am. I've been in the construction entrepreneurial space. I have my own construction company for the past 10 years, and I've transitioned now over to coaching and consulting and helping businesses grow with the right mindset and mainly with integrity. I've got a company called Integrity Coaching, Training and Consulting. I've trained and consulted people in Australia and around the world as well. I've trained with many of the major construction companies in Australia. So my aim is really to keep the room loud and energized for today. So I want to get everyone to say yes to a question that I ask you, all right? So everyone awake? Yes. Put your hand up and just say yes. I want everyone in and focusing on what we're going to say. Everyone awake? Yes. Everyone ready to listen to today's presentation? Yes. Everyone had a cup of coffee this morning? I was running in, so I'm going to have my coffee straight after this presentation. Cool. So during the presentation, I might get you to say yes. When I say yes, I just want a loud yes, alright? It'll keep everyone awake. I know it's Saturday morning, so maybe we're going to sleep in. Okay. Have you guys heard of a midlife crisis? Who's heard of a midlife crisis? Yes. Anyone experience one? Yes. Anyone experiencing one right now? Yes? Anyone experiencing midlife crisis right now? Okay, maybe some people got their hands up. So technically, a midlife crisis happens between the ages of 40 to 60 years of age. So I like to be ahead of everyone else, so I got mine done at the age of 28 a couple of years ago. Okay, I'm only 32 right now, so I got it done about 4 years ago. That coincided with COVID. So Melbourne, I know we had the worst of COVID. Okay, so I was in Brisbane and Sydney, and when I was trying to talk about the building industry collapse, I couldn't really relate to the people, but I think if you're from Melbourne, you can really relate. Anyone here from the building industry? Okay, we've got a couple of hands up. Okay, so you guys would have seen the rise and the collapse of the industry at the start and during the COVID times. So it was at that time where I didn't know if this industry was for me. So I enjoyed it. I was making money. I had 2 successful construction companies, building inspections company and a construction project management company. However, the rise and the collapse, it made me think, if this industry was for me, if I wanted to continue doing what I was doing. Good thing was that me and my business partner, who's not here today, he should be coming soon, but my business, we had the strategies that we had in place and the development that we had worked on our business strategies. We were able to save ourselves and we did not go under like most construction companies did. So we're all good, we're still surviving. But what that helped me cultivate was a mindset of trying to understand why I'm in business and trying to understand and go back to the roots. So that gave me that time and space to sort of think, but that I wanted to question my career in the industry. After years of success and then stress as well, I wanted to do something that had a purpose, something that would drive me, something that I could give back to people. So I started working on myself. I started training, I started developing myself. I hired a coach to personally develop me, and I think that's very, very important for all the entrepreneurs here. Having a coach is a game changer. So it was a game changer for me. I hired a coach, he kept me accountable, he kept me in place, and he made sure that I was on the rise, not stagnant in my growth. So when I shifted my focus towards that, a lot of things happened. I started understanding why I should be doing business, and then that's when I started training and consulting. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about disruption. So who's heard of Peter H? Let's say Peter H. I can't say his last name. Peter H. Okay, so he, in a recent podcast interview with Mindvalley, he says that he's a really good futurist. He's been predicting economic and entrepreneurial growth recently, and he's been very, very accurate. So in 2022, he said the next 4 years that are about to come are going to be transformative in the industry. And he said these 4 years, he said around 40 years of growth will happen in these 4 years. And that's what we've seen. We saw a lot of changes come, and Nayan's going to come and talk about AI, and you will see that. So technology is advancing at such an exponential rate, and industries and businesses are either focused, they need to adapt, or they're getting left behind. So we need to be in that space where we're doing something that we're ahead of the curve. Okay, so when you I'm going to give an example. Yes, I'm going to give an example. Who remembers Kodak? Yes? Yeah. Okay, anyone used Kodak cameras before? Yes. Okay, so Kodak, they started off in the film business. Their main thing was the film. They had cameras, but they had film. Do you know that Kodak actually came up with a digital camera long before other people? Yes. They came up with a digital camera, but because they were too scared of the change, okay, they don't expect people to go towards that digital camera route. What they did, they shelved that product. They left it there. They said, we don't want to disrupt our continuing success that we have in the film industry. They shelved it, and now look what happened. They did not change with the times. They thought the way that they were continuing, they will continue to do it. However, because they were not ready to adapt to change and sort of adapt to change in their business, unfortunately, we know what happened to Kodak, and all the other companies took over. So Peter calls this exponential change. So in 4 years, we'll witness more transformation than we did in the last 40. This means that we can't afford to wait. So if you're waiting to start something, you need to start it now. The pace of change is accelerating, and those who aren't meeting disruption will be disrupted. As leaders, your job is to anticipate where the world is going, not just react to when it gets there. Okay, so who's heard of Simon Sinek? Another concept that I want to explain to you guys today. Yes, most of you guys who are entrepreneurs should know Simon Sinek. So I want to ask again, who knows Simon Sinek? Say yes. Yes. See, I knew there was more, because you really need to know Simon Sinek and understand the theories that he has to be able to accelerate your entrepreneurial journey. So he talks about finite thinking and infinite mindset. So finite thinking and infinite mindset paints into two things. We've got finite gains, okay? And we have infinite gains. So what's a finite gain? Anyone can give me an example? Okay, footy, cricket, okay? We know a start and we know an end, okay? And there's nothing beyond that. So we know after a game of footy, when the time finishes, the game is finished. Yeah. And you can't do any better after that time. Cricket, okay, so we know after 2 innings of cricket, time's over. It's 20-20, 40 overs in total, the time is up. That's it. You can't get any better after that. When we look at infinite games continue on. Okay, let's give an example. It's not a game, it's not a good example, but best one I could think of right now is the Cold War. Who actually won in the Cold War?
No one.
No one. It's continuing. It kept on growing and growing, and this side said we won, this side said they won, had no clear winner. But there was people claiming to be the best. So business is like a finite game, okay? But we have to continue to grow and adapt. A very good example that we have in the business is Amazon. When Jeff Bezos started in Amazon, we know that you've seen the Amazon expenses at the start. They were funding, not making money for years. But he was looking at the end game. He knew where it was going to end. He was not looking at the current times. He knew that if he was in there for the long run, till the end, Amazon would be leading the industry. And that's what happened with Amazon. Cool. I'm going to go through this activity before I come back. Okay, so can I get Kim to hand out some activities to you guys? So everyone's going to get a sheet of paper. Okay, so everyone hand it out between yourselves.
Can you just
Okay, so as soon as you get this piece of paper, don't turn it over yet. Okay? It says for each table, so as soon as you get it, don't turn it over. Just keep it blank. Okay, don't start doing the questions yet.
Yeah, just this is I feel like I
Ready? I want to see if this timer works. Give me 1 second. It's not showing up on screen. Can I just get some technical assistance here, please? Anyone? Can I get this?
I'm very lucky my dad didn't work at it. So I meant my school, my choice in units.
I'm surprised the students were after breaking I'm hungry now. I'm not going to